News.
Final numbers from yesterday's power outage show more than 120,000 customers were without power in eastern Idaho and parts of western Wyoming. It took about 2 hours for utility crews to restore all the power to most people, but for some it did last quite a bit longer. Eyewitness News reporter Chris Nessman is live at the Goshen Substation just east of Firth, where all this happened and was centered, or the cause at least. Chris, we were told a capacitor failed there. Do we know why yet today?
As of right now, Todd, no, we don't know exactly why that failed. Rocky Mountain Power is still investigating. But now the big question a lot of utility companies and people are wondering is how to make sure that this type of power outage doesn't happen again. The Goshen Substation is a key point in eastern Idaho's electrical grid. For electrons, it's the equivalent of a major intersection for drivers.
If that was the only road that was available and you had an accident or a landslide, that road is shut down. The electrons are the same way. You know, to them, the transmission lines, the substation is their superhighway, so to speak. And if you have a component go down, you know, sometimes you don't have an ability to reroute it.
The importance of this substation is why Rocky Mountain Power says they spend a lot of time and money maintaining the system.
The maintenance work and the upgrade work is all designed to hopefully avoid problems in the future, but there still remains the fact that from time to time, a piece of equipment can fail.
The chance of equivalent failure and the lack of ability to reroute the electricity around this substation is what has some local utilities frustrated and why they want to do something about it.
Determine what can be done at Goshen to manage that facility in a better way, or to create redundancy so that the system, if there is a failure like has been happening, that there is some backup route.
Austin says their ultimate goal is to make sure that this type of outage doesn't happen again.
This is not something that anyone wants to happen, especially us, and where we're kind of at the end of the system. We're the last ones that get restoration. We were about an hour and a half later than the restoration that occurred to Rocky Mountain Power customers.
Now, I was told that several heads of the utilities in the area are meeting in Boise tomorrow to discuss things like the electrical grid, and one of their top priorities will be discussing this power outage and, again, how to get around that and make sure that that doesn't happen in the future. Reporting live from the Goshen Station just outside of Firth and Shelley, I'm Chris Nestman.
All right, Chris, thanks for the update there and explanation. We did ask Rocky Mountain Power if they had any immediate plans to prevent a future outage like yesterday. They simply told us, quote, Rocky Mountain Power does have a very robust maintenance and upgrading program to take care of all of our equipment.